Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, jobbers of all ages. This is Max Jaw with Mr. Big D. Yo,
What
yo.
up? What
How,
up? How you doing?
how's everybody doing today, huh? Got a nice, good
Good.
episode with Mr. Sting, the Attitude Era staple, and the heyday of WCW staple, as well as TNA.
This is a
And
staple for a long time.
yeah, he was a good staple. He they just kept reusing this staple. Uh, how many years has he wrestled total now? Like 40?
Well, 2024, and then I want to say 87.
So almost 40 years. And to be this relevant and to be at the top of the game for that long,
85. Sorry.
85. So there you go,
He
almost 40.
started. Yeah, that's crazy. And to
If
be
you just,
exactly to be this relevant,
yeah,
like,
tremendous.
yeah.
And today we have, this is Putting Over Profile, Mr. Big D's brainchild, which is our watch along show. We have 3 matches for you today. They are all on Peacock. We will give you, so everything is going to be written in the description below, and we'll have timestamps as well on this video, so you can just jump straight to whichever match you want to watch along with us. Um, Once WWE goes to Netflix, we
Oh,
this may change. So like for instance, when we had the WWE Network, they had years and then pay-per-views of that year. On Peacock, they have seasons, and they're all just one episodes. So we will have the year for you. We have the exact timestamp, which shouldn't change. And so this should be relevant even once we move to whatever other platform WWE decides to move 10 years from now. So we have time codes, and I'm gonna start throwing the first one out there. It is WCW, The Great American Bash, 1990. On Peacock, it's season 4, episode 1. Timestamp is 2 hours, 21 minutes on the nose. And it's Sting versus Ric Flair, NWA Heavyweight Championship. So NWA Heavyweight Championship on WCW pay-per-view. Great.
all the timestamps are the match begins within 20, 30 seconds, maybe. I just like to round it off. It's a lot easier just to say,
Yeah.
you know,
I'm
timestamp 2 minutes, 21 seconds, not, or 2 hours, 21 minutes. Forget the seconds. You don't need it.
yeah.
Just do the minutes. So,
That kind of gives us a little lean into or whatever, a little
yeah.
couple of
Well,
seconds
also,
to.
also, if there's like a little promo before that, I feel like everyone would enjoy, or it would like help enhance the match a little bit. And I might include that, but I just like to make it easier for everyone.
And we'll post
You know,
those
the winner.
links up as well. The only thing is those links are not always guaranteed to be there. So, those links will be in our description as well if we post any interviews. And these are just little extras, yeah, that you guys can watch. But this is highlighting Sting's career, and of course, it's only 3 matches, and that's not even a match a decade for Sting. That's still
No,
less
no.
than that.
This is this is like my personal like. So this thing right here. This is what I grew up like. This is my like beginning of wrestling of my life. This thing right now. Like this time period. Same way with like the golden era of WWF. Like this WCW was the WCW I got exposed to first, and I enjoyed the most. Again, as many people, if they've listened along, I'm not as hyped up on Attitude Era Monday Night Wars as everyone else was for whatever reason. I watched it all, and I lived through it and I experienced through it. But as far as most of the nostalgia of both companies, like this time period, was definitely my favorite. And plus, like you get to see so many Hall of Famers, so many legends, so many wrestlers or people that had later become other gimmicks or had moved on to other names or whatever. And it's like, oh shit, like yeah, no, it's just a very fond era of wrestling for me. So these three matches that we're gonna be watching are against three of I feel Sting's my favorite Sting feuds that he had in WCW. So
I mean, you can't talk Sting without Sting Flair um, feud,
no, there's a lot.
and
There's a, I mean, the feud alone would be that's a lot of episodes because
uh, yeah, wasn't that the main event for the very last WCW for the very last Nitro? It was Sting and Ric Flair.
probably yeah, I believe so. Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
it was.
I it's easy to choose Sting versus Flair, and that doesn't detract from the fact that Sting and Flair were classics. So, I mean, would you say they're on par like Flair and Rhodes and Dusty Rhodes
Oh,
feuds?
for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I would put it. Yeah, yeah,
Well, I'm
easily put it
excited
up
because
amongst
I
the
haven't
top
seen this.
rivals.
I haven't seen these matches, bro. So the 1990s era, and this is just our little introduction to. So we had the 80s era, which was, these over the top characters like Doink the Clowns and Macho Man's and Beefcake and Ultimate Warrior and Jake the Snake Roberts. That was there was a special era. It was, I mean, that bled into the 90s as well. Like, it was actually like what, mid 80s to mid 90s was that era. Uh, WCW kind of went through a similar thing, and they're all different. Like, I fell in love with wrestling with like that Attitude Era with Hogan and Nash and Scott Hall, you know. But I also fell in love with wrestling with the that mid 80s to mid 90s era of WWF, which was Doink the Clown, The Undertaker, before, like, with the colorful rings and all that shit. So they're all different eras, and they all have their different charm and different things. Uh, Sting
Because
has has been through that whole thing. He's kind of, you had the Surfer Sting, the Scarecrow, the Crow Sting, and after that he kind of
okay,
stayed that Crow Sting, but
yeah,
it was just he was still that sort of a character that could have dimension in the Attitude Era, which, I mean, you would say, like, would you say, like, I would personally say that he was on par with Rock, Austin, Goldberg. I mean, but that's a
mm,
big Nash, Scott Hall. Like, I would say for me, Sting was up there with Kane, Undertaker, and there's always a talk about Sting fighting the
I would
Undertaker.
I would say he was as far as maybe like as popularity wise. Now here's the thing though with Sting in the especially in the Monday Night
Excuse me.
Wars era. I don't like. I felt like I don't remember much of like his own matches and stuff. I always felt like he kind of like took like a back seat, kind of, because NWO was just so big and just so like the forefront of everything. I feel like Sting just like let them carry, and like he was still there. I just don't remember much that he did during that time.
Oh, see, that's
Um,
the era where where Sting for me cemented himself.
right, and it's like it's just weird for me. Like as far as like I can remember moments, but as
Mm.
far as like matches and feuds, I can't. I don't really remember too much about it.
Well,
But,
Sting kind of stood in opposition of the NWO, you know. I
right,
mean, before joining them, joining the Wolfpack, but he was sort of this kind of like the WCW guy,
right,
you
right,
know, like when NW took over, he was the WCW guy, and I mean, he was just so iconic, and you see, like that's the thing, like sometimes you just nail it with the look, and to see Sting just get lowered from, you know,
right,
the the
right.
the the
Yes.
rafters. I was gonna say the roof. He was lowering the roof. That was just so cool, man. And he rolled with a baseball bat, and the Crow was just popular at the time, and he just kind of clicked with those weirdos like me who liked, Kane,
Right.
Undertaker. I mean, anybody, Doink the Clown, anybody with some face paint on, I was in. So, I mean, I was a fan of Vampiro in La Parca in WCW as well, just because of the face paint. So it was just cool, man. Sting was just cool. And
Yeah. Yeah.
the first thing you wanted to do when you got a WCW game was like WCW, NWO Revenge, and World Tour. The first thing I did was play with Sting, and that's how I know. I was like, okay, so he definitely made a huge impact on me, and it was a lot of it was his look, because he did. I mean, he said some shit, but there might be some iconic promos that you might pick up, but I don't think his promos were. I mean, he could talk, but I don't think his promos
Yeah.
were
Nothing great. Though I do have one promo that we will do, but that'll be on part two. But yeah, he was always really good with his promos. Just nothing really stand outish. I would say like it was like his promos were almost warrior esque of maybe not the absurd words and the confusion of what he's saying, but the energy that he was always just hyped up and like just yeah. Uh,
he was just
he's,
always
yeah,
woo being
yeah,
himself. So
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
It's funny that well I bring up Warrior, but before he became the Surfer Sting, his early days of wrestling, he was tag team partners with Ultimate Warrior.
yeah, and he
Um,
also he traveled with Warrior and worked out with Warrior. They kind of came in
you know,
together,
and
and
then
there you go. Oh,
steroids came in and took over, and things like I can't do these anymore, and he stopped, and Warrior kept going, and then they went their separate ways.
two incredibly differing personalities. I mean, they couldn't be any more different from each other.
No,
And I think one last thing to mention about Sting really is his reluctance to go to WWE. And I mean, especially with all this Vince McMahon scandal stuff that's going on, what, some of the stooges in WWE were doing for the longest time. It seems like, I don't know if Sting knew that. He just didn't like how talent was treated in WWE, but he ended up doing a stint in WWE, and that stint for me was so painful and was partly the
Not
reason
just for you,
why.
but for,
What's that?
not it wasn't painful just for you. It was also painful for
Oh yeah, yes, definitely painful for him. And
him.
Seth Rollins and his fucking buckle bomb bullshit. I still don't understand why that's a thing to do. But I mean, I guess he hasn't hurt anyone since. And it's
Yeah.
probably, it's like buying a used car and everything's good. The car is good. It's running, but you don't know that it's got like, 10 miles before fucking a rod falls out. And
I'm sure.
that's what
I'm sure.
happened to
I'm sure.
Sting.
I'm sure Sting agreed to do it. I'm sure they did
Well,
it.
no,
Yeah, I'm sure they
I hate
practiced
the
it.
move. I hate the move of a buckle bomb, especially like on somebody like an older wrestler, because I mean you're kind of rearranging their fucking spine, you know. But here's the thing. That's my personal opinion. Like I said, it's not like Seth Rollins took this car four wheeling, thinking it's still a good model, and what happened was he hit a couple of bumps and the rod flew out. That's just what it is. I still don't like the fucking move. I think it's unnecessary. I think buckle bombs are unnecessary. I don't like the move that Sami Zayn does, where he suplexes people into the turnbuckle. Like I think that's unnecessary. But that's all my personal shit. I could be like so far off. I don't even know how it's done. Maybe it's the safest thing to do. I look at some of those moves and go, why? Like, is it just to make it different? But that's for a for another conversation. Our very first match. Our very first match here is WCW The Great American Bash 1990 on Peacock. It's season 4, episode 1. The timestamp is 2 hours 21 minutes on the dot. And we got about 30 seconds in there to set everything up. It's Sting versus Ric Flair once again. WCW The Great American Bash 1990, 2 hours 21 minutes. Sting versus Ric Flair, the NWA Heavyweight Championship. Get there. Just write the time code down, and yeah, should we get started with this guy?
Yeah,
About 10 more
count us down.
seconds. What?
That's all right. They can pause it and get there.
So this is the era too, like that you really enjoy. Um, like as you said, and I tell you what, man. I already like the smokiness in the arena. I'm looking at the hair of the referee, and I'm like, oh man, this is still the '80s here. This is gonna be fun. So I'm ready. If you're ready,
Yep, count us down.
okay. It's once again WCW, The Great American Bash, Season 1, Season 4, Episode 1. That's Great American Bash 1990. Time code is 2 hour 21 minutes. 2 hour 21 minutes. And we'll start in 3, 2, 1, go. Robert Gibson.
They just had the Rock and
Oh.
Roll Express against Team Doom. And man, if I don't know if they show him, it might be gone already. But Ron Simmons, oof, what a beast he was back then. He was so big, man.
There's Ric Flair.
Woo!
Hey, hey, Jim Ross.
Junkyard dog in the background.
Yeah, dudes with
I think it might
attitudes.
be
Lumberjack.
yeah. Look at good old JR, man. Healthy, pre-barbecue.
Of course.
Oh,
All right, next. Here we go. We gotta watch fucking ads.
okay, me too. It's all right. But anyway,
Oh,
it's okay. Don't worry.
no, I'm not worried.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
I think it's cool because I mean, he already. So you have it set up that Sting is gonna, his leg, his knee's not good, and who to go against really than Ric Flair if your leg is not good? Because Rick is gonna work the leg. Figure four leg lock is gonna hurt that much more. I mean, it's beautiful. It's
That's
set up
true.
perfectly. It's set up perfectly, bro. I have some girl dancing here and just losing her mind.
Back.
There we go. All right.
Oh, look at the sunshine.
And this
I
is
love the sparklers dropping down. That's awesome.
our surfer Sting. Down, down,
He's like,
down.
can I go underneath this?
Yeah, go.
You didn't know any.
Like, can I go under this? And then you have Goldberg just stands in it the whole time. I mean, what an ultimate baby face, saying that there'll be no excuses. There it is. The Ric Flair. Yeah, there we go.
I don't know. I don't know if he was 242.
It's a long ramp, man. They got to hustle to get to the ring.
They gotta keep all that pyro away from everybody.
Ric Flair doesn't really need pyro. Oh, nice. Oh yeah, like people are almost in the fucking ring.
Here it comes.
Why is he handcuffed to him?
Rest in peace, Ole Anderson.
Yeah, man.
He's passed away a couple weeks ago.
El Gigante. Is that Giant Gonzalez?
Yep.
Yeah. He's half-assing it right now. Here we go, baby. Flair seems to do that spot every fucking match. He's let people just press him, overhead press him. Oh, nothing too fancy right now, huh? It's comparing this
No,
to today's wrestling.
never was.
Yeah. Just trying to tell a simple story, man.
And have long careers.
Yeah. Well, both Flair and Sting. I mean, Flair is still
Uh-huh.
trying to wrestle with a fucking pacemaker. I mean, come on. I think why Ric Flair has great knees is because he always wears his knee pads below. Oh, damn, he just Goldberged him.
And
Ho ho
Sting just no
ho!
selling the whole
Oh
time.
oh!
Who's the ref? Is that Pat Patterson?
What, the ref?
Yeah. Or maybe not Pat Patterson.
No.
I don't remember what his name was.
does look familiar, but
Yeah,
it's
he
like one
was
of
he was with
those.
WCW for a long time. Oh, if his name pops up in my head, though.
There we go. Called it. Oh, there. Come on, man. Look at this. It's just so. There's just so much like intensity in this match without even doing a move. You know what Flair feels like? He feels like no wasted movement. And then he fucking does his little Flair bump,
Right.
the face drop.
Nick
Oh,
Patrick.
Nick Patrick.
Yeah. I knew the Pat was in there somewhere.
Well, wasn't he in WWE too? Nick Patrick?
I think he
I
was
think
a
I think
little bit after WCW was done.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah, I saw him. I mean, he was a little bigger.
but he was in WCW the whole time.
Yeah.
Him and that mullet guy that was on the match before.
There we go. Selling it. Yep.
Nice.
Said the power of the gooch right there. That's what it is. The power of the taint. Don't break your knee. Look at the Steiners. Oh shit. Had him. Yeah.
Oh, there we go over there. Oh no. Also,
Oh. The dude just stood up. He's like, "Look at my shirt." That was fucking funny. He's like, "Look, look, look, look."
These were like the first four of my first four ever WCW action figures. With Sting,
No,
Flair, and Steiner brothers.
trying to think, what was the first one I bought?
They were all hard plastic, no no moving parts.
I think the first one I bought was Doink the Clown, but that was like in the early 2000s.
Gotcha.
The first thing I ever had as far as wrestling goes was WrestleMania, the arcade game for Sega Genesis. It's like the kids today with all these fucking articulated dolls and shit would know the pain of having a hard plastic doll and trying to wrestle them.
Right? It was so limited what to do.
You just you invent the moves, like the limbs don't move. You're just like you just pretend like he's holding them
Because
over his head.
like Sting, his action figure, his arms are both raised up. And it's like, what are you gonna do with that? Like, you can't like straight punch or anything.
You had to turn him like Superman, you like sideways and then punch people with it.
Exactly. And then you try to do like a body slam, and you try to like get the other guy's leg under, like between his arm and his head, and then his arm snaps in half. So my my Sting ended up with only one arm, or rather, one and a half arms.
Oh man, you had to have imaginations back then. You had to really have an imagination to play with your toys. They were just like a starting thing to all the shit you had to imagine was happening. But you remember back then, man, when you're like a kid and you see it in the store and you're like, you want your parents to buy it, and they're like, no, and you're like, oh, come on, just one. And nowadays you're like at the mall or some shit at the store and you hear a kid crying. You're like, you know what they want? They want that stink figure that parents don't want to buy. It's amazing what he's done to his chest, though. Like that's like we're gonna make you bleed, but we're just gonna slap you. There's a very interesting count he got going on. Oh, there he goes. Oh, I'm waiting for the flare bump, flare flop. What was the first doll or toy, wrestling toy you bought? Like you bought with your own money?
Uh,
Stinger Splash. Hey, there it is. There it is.
it might have been Edge.
Edge. All right.
when he first became rated R superstar.
So that's what mid
And because I didn't really have any
Gazette text?
figures. It's what I got: Barry Windham, Arn Anderson,
So I did not. That's Sid Vicious.
Sid Vicious. But after the early '90s Hasbro's, I didn't I didn't collect any other wrestling figures after that until probably after 2000, and I only got a couple. Edge. I don't remember the others.
That was fun.
Oh, look at that. uh,
Well, this is fun. Come on,
Paul
man.
Orndorff is done. I just now finally saw Paul Orndorff. Oh, cameraman, what are you doing?
Oh, it's on the left right there.
Yeah, I didn't see him this entire match. He was hiding off in the right. Oh,
Got him. Wow.
first ever championship.
So cool.
Look at that belt.
I can't believe it.
It just ended and just ended.
Yeah. I just rolled them up.
I feel like that's how all their matches ended up. Roll ups.
Small package, bro. Remember how people
Well,
complain about the small
with
package?
with those tights, you gotta have the small package. Just like that, with his arms raised up. That's how his figure looked.
That was it.
Yep.
Damn, man. Oh, shit. They just lit him on fire. Again.
Came down from the rafters.
That was the first time this thing actually came from the rafters. It was just his head on sparklers. Well, Bob, all the little stingers. Halloween Havoc. Oh man. So that was Sting's first match, huh? A first championship match and first Ric Flair match, yeah? Or
Uh,
no?
not
I don't
his,
think
no, just his first championship win.
first championship
That was
win,
his,
yeah.
that was his first heavyweight title. Yeah.
Because the Four Horsemen stood in the way.
Because I
Gotcha.
believe, because the times that we watched Sting, um, was his best of three that we watched. Um, that was before this. And Flair had won that match. But yeah, this was his first championship.
Mhm. I mean, it was pretty fucking dope. Once again,
Yeah,
watching these, it's like there's intensity, and it's like I sometimes I feel okay, maybe I'm just stupid, and you really have to make it very simple for me to know what the story is. But I didn't see there weren't a lot of fancy movements. There weren't a lot of super spots. I think Sting went to the turnbuckle or on the third rope, what, once for the crossbody
yeah, just so,
splash,
yeah, really crossbody. Yeah.
and that was it. The rest of it was just like a head game, you know? Sting, like Flair just trying to break him down, trying to go for that leg. Sting comes back. Flair cuts him off. Sting comes back. Flair cuts him off. Flair gets an upper hand. You know, Flair's just trying to cheat all the way throughout. You know, eye rakes, especially hitting him in the knee, chopping him. It's not working.
Mad.
Flair's freaking out, and then you get you know, interference from the Horsemen. I mean, just interference from Rick's lackeys, if you will, and that's not gonna happen because they have people at the ring because you know they learned from before, and that was it. Like Flair was left on his own, and Sting rolled his ass up, surprised him, you know, and that was
Makes
it.
you, makes you think of what might happen in a current upcoming match that we'll be watching in WrestleMania 40.
You mean The Rock and Ramen versus Seth and
Well, no, just Roman versus Cody.
oh Roman versus Cody?
No,
I don't. Well, that's yeah. Let's not digress too much.
well, no,
uh,
but it's a matter of they might not have the help that they always have to win. They don't win. That's why I'm
good
getting
point.
at.
Good point.
I know where my I know where my point was going.
You know what?
What?
You said you know where what's going?
I know where my point was going.
Oh, okay, good. Because I was like, oh boy, I
Yeah,
feel
no,
like I can
yeah,
talk like 30 minutes in that. And I was like, I don't want to go there.
you just shit your pants a little bit.
Yeah, I could yap. I was like, no, don't start it. I could yap.
No,
Um,
no. But
yeah, because like now you got me started. I'm thinking like, yeah, is Stone Cold gonna show up? That would be great. Then you have Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock, date or night two. You know, shit like that.
well, before you veer us off too far,
Yeah,
um,
exactly. That's exactly what I was
yeah,
afraid of.
so this was Sting's fourth year. This is like right when he was like getting to elite status. Like he was still like a fan favorite, but now he's getting a title. Now he's at the top, and yeah, now he's just about to like blow up, and now he's up with the big dogs. So this is going to lead us into our next match, which can be found at WCW Beach Blast 1992, Season 1, Episode 1. Um, this is going to be a Falls Count Anywhere match between Sting, Cactus Jack, um, another one of my feuds that when I think of Sting, I think of Flair, I think of Cactus Jack. Um,
Timestamp is 52 minutes. Yeah, just so people can get to it while we talk about it. I am not familiar with this match. When I saw the list and it was Sting versus Cactus Jack, I'm like, oh shit. Like this is the pairing I never really thought of. Like I never even thought would happen, you know? Or happened. That it has happened. And I'm like, oh fuck, like this because like I remember seeing Sting in matches where like hardcore matches where he would I mean, Sting would take some fucking bumps, bro. So I see this with Cactus Jack, and I'm like, oh my god, we're gonna see some pretty fucking good bumps, you know?
yeah, I mean, and it's WCW, so there's no padding.
Yeah,
Because we
concrete, baby.
watched what did we watch? We watched the Cactus Jack versus Vader, I
Yes.
believe, and Foley. Well, yeah, Foley took quite a few bumps there. So yeah, so
Well,
I imagine we're going to see some nasty
I think
bumps.
they had some gray mats, but Foley removed it. Remember? Foley removed it just so he could take a bump, so he could take a power
Right.
bomb on it from Vader, and that's fucking unbelievable. Are you kidding me? It's like Mick Foley. I mean, he took a lot of bumps in his life, but that one
Really did.
was because I
And
listened
none of
to.
them were.
Go ahead, sir.
Sorry, I was saying he took a lot of bumps in life, but none of them were coke.
I mean, he fucked himself up pretty good to the point where he might as well have done coke.
He
You
should
know,
have. He took so many bumps, it should have been recommended to do coke.
I speak about coke as if I know. Uh,
But no, this was like a whole new like Cactus Jack was an era himself. Like no one else was like him. That was just like that hardcore. I mean, you had Terry Funk. Like you had it was sprinkled around. But as far as like mainstream, I mean, Funk and Cactus Jack, they were the as far as mainstream. I feel, but like I can it's hard because I know a lot of people that did do like you'll see here as we're setting up the timestamp before the match. Abdul Butcher, we'll see him. He was another one that was, hardcore as far as like using weapons, bleeding, um, just like they weren't. They were more part of. They weren't really part of like regular. None of their matches were just regular matches. They were always like stipulations, like a false count anywhere match or something where it was just like a hardcore style.
The
And
electric chair, remember that shit?
yep, yep, that's hilarious. Um, but yeah, so
Like, what? They
but
were gonna
Sting
electrocute? Fuck.
and Sting Cactus Jack, man, yeah, it's happened. It happened quite a few times. Um, so like they had a really good feud. Um, I don't really remember like how it began or what it stemmed from. I just remember like them going against each other was just one of my easiest memories to remember about back then. So yeah,
I like that.
it happened.
Easiest memories to
It
remember.
happened.
I like.
Yeah, 'cause there's a lot of memories that you have a hard time remembering.
Yeah, I always used to say,
Even though
yeah. Dude, I've written about that shit. I said, like it seems like the camera of my mind is always on, but I'm not always in control of the record button. And sometimes,
right,
like you just record that shit and you're like, wow, dude, that's like, why is that a memory? So I understand
exactly.
what you're saying so well.
Yeah.
That'd be like Hogan for me. That would be Hogan walking down the WCW Nitro ramp just as a Hollywood Hulk Hogan and just like all those lights and shit and he's strumming the belt and that cemented itself in my mind and also Doink jumping off the top rope in WrestleMania the arcade game, like those things cemented themselves in my mind. The same thing with Sting. The first time I saw Sting just standing there, just like standing in the ring, the crow Sting, it was just like boom with the baseball bat. That. So it's I don't know. I'm just excited about this match because I never thought about this pairing. I haven't seen this. I haven't seen WCW in this like a lot of WCW from this decade. So I mean, I saw it later. I saw in the like late '80s or late '90s with the Attitude Era type of shit with NWO, but like I feel
It's
like
really
there's just a
like
lot of
it's really
gems here.
cool. It is like, and it's really cool to like even just like finding these pay-per-views and getting to the point where the matches are. You're skimming through the previous matches or whatever, and it's just like this one started. Was it this one? Yeah, this pay-per-view started off with um, uh, Scotty, Scotty Flamingo versus Flying Brian, which was Scotty Flamingo ended up becoming Raven,
Yep.
which we ended up knowing him as Raven. So it's Raven versus Brian Pillman, and it's like you think Raven, Brian Pillman, like that's a great match in itself, but you're seeing it 10 to 15 years before they became what they were. And it's just really cool, like to see. So
Absolutely. Even seeing Scott Hall before he actually went to WWE and became Razor Ramon, that was
uh,
interesting. You know,
uh,
I mean, they had a lot of good wrestlers that they let go and then they brought back. It was just
yeah, well, because that's where like the whole territorial wrestling era. That's where WCW got majority of their wrestlers from, and then I mean it's no different. Like it's very comparable today to today's wrestling. of where you have WWE and then you have, AEW. Most of their talent, I mean, up until whatever recent last few years, but still, majority of most of their talent are coming from the indie wrestling, and the indie scene is what would have been back then as the territorial, wrestling. So it was just it's just like everybody went through WCW, and everybody, when they went to work for WWF, and then when they were done there, they would go back to WCW. Like it was just, and it's just like because like everybody that we just saw in the previous match, they were in WWF at some point in their career, and then either they were there for a while and then they went back to WCW, or they were just done. But they were all there. They were all in like each company at some point, and that's also really cool. And it's like you might have known the Steiner brothers from WWF, and you didn't see them. You never saw them before in WCW, or Undertaker, or like when he was over in WCW before he became what he became. And this is really cool. So like this era of WCW, it's really just nostalgic of just like who you see. And you're like, oh shit, like El Gigante, like, and then he becomes Giant Gonzalez, um, like 4 or 5 years later, going against the Undertaker at WrestleMania 9. Um, or whatever year it was. But anyways, it's just really cool to see. Um, but
Absolutely,
anyway,
man.
this is WCW Beach Blast 1992, season 1, episode 1. Timestamp is 52 minutes. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was going purely based on memory right there.
You recorded
This is
that one
now
apparently.
this is an updated easy memory. Um, but yeah. So
Yeah,
we'll give you a
52
couple more
minutes flat.
seconds. 52 minutes even. Give you a couple seconds to get there. Again, this is a Falls Count Anywhere match. Sting, Cactus Jack. Um, Once we start, we're going to be seeing footage of Cactus Jack's one of his most recent matches, which is also a Falls Count Anywhere match, um, against Van Hammer. And yeah, it's just what it'll lead
I see a
into.
shovel.
Yeah, that's Abdul the Butcher.
Yep.
That is the man that my mom got into an argument with at a live wrestling event here, and yeah, she spit in his face because she was a disgusting guy. Well, at least his character, his gimmick was disgusting. He would
Oh.
like he chewed up a light bulb and spit it out, and there'd be like blood and drool like coming out of his mouth. And my mom just like got up in his face. You're disgusting, blah blah blah, spit in his face. My dad had to hold her back.
Oh my God.
So
I mean, your
it's very
mom is
funny
really
to. Well,
we
that's the
can we
thing.
can we
Like,
can
I can picture her doing that because I know how she acts now by
yeah.
watching wrestling now, and it's like I can understand. Like, obviously, I wasn't there to see this happen. I just know that it did happen. But just to see how she reacts now, I can completely understand.
She
And
holds wrestlers to a high standard, bro. And
she
is like,
does, man.
listen, listen, asshole, you better fucking straighten your act up, or mom's gonna beat your ass. And I
Exactly.
tell you what, I think we all wish we
Exactly.
were that much of a fan, that much of it into it. You know what I mean? That's a your mom's like she's dishing out some justice, bro. She's like, listen,
It
asshole.
gets me, man. Like now, like she'll like say something, and I'll kind of like just tisk her or at least like huff maybe. And she's like, I know, I need to separate what's real, like like
That's
it's like
funny.
the most recent thing is like The Rock and how he is right now. She hates it.
Yeah.
She doesn't like
Uh,
it, and what he just did the other night, she was just so mad about it, and I'm just like, man, I'm not like. I really wish I need to like record her sometime just to get her just to see her reaction and just to share it with a couple people of just like this is how like I don't know, but yeah. So Abdul Butcher right there, man. Yeah, I mean you ain't gonna mess with that fucking guy. Like he's like 500 pounds and just like
with a
freaking
shovel.
a giant massive like human body, and then you have this little lady, just up in his face and just like putting him in his place.
I bet your dad
Yeah,
was
it's
shitting
crazy.
fucking bullets. He's like, you know what? If anything goes down, I'm gonna be the one to step in,
Like,
protect
no,
his wife.
I
Oh
don't,
Jesus!
maybe I don't know. It's more
Yeah.
just like, no, oh, she's your
Like
problem
no,
now.
but
Like,
that's it, dude. That's it. You know he was super happy to be like, I got to someone. Like I mean that's really like that's the 100% enjoyment
yeah,
of wrestling right there. That's
yeah,
100%. It's like somebody call you a mark, like that's a bad thing, you know. And it's like, no, man, I'm just enjoying this. Like, what? Like, why would you call like just calling your mama Mark to put her down is fucking ridiculous. She has had like she's having a great time. She's in it
right.
100%. Like that's it's like when you watch movies, are you like, oh, you're a mark if you believe that I don't know, fucking Captain Kirk can fly a fucking starship into space when you can't like it's like give me a break. Like I don't understand when people say that. Like I get it. It's like what do you just like it's fake. It's like shut the fuck up. Like yeah, so are movies. You don't like not watch movies. Like you know what I mean? It's just it's stupid. But anyway, we should probably get this started because I I have this as a time mark and we're already like 7 minutes into it. You gotta count us down.
Oh yeah. All right, one more time. WCW Beast Blast, 1992, season one, episode one, 52 minutes, even. Sting, Cactus Jack, falls count anywhere. We will start this match in five, four, three, two, one, go.
Okay, so Cactus Jack. Hey, Jesse the Body.
Jim Ross in the most colorful shirt. Anywhere on the Gulf Coast.
Okay, he looks like Stone Cold Steve Austin a little bit there, doesn't he?
Right? Yo, Ventura, man, he looked good back in the day. Look at him.
And what's with the music? Sounds like Undertaker's music.
Very mankindish.
Yeah. I missed it. Hopefully that made sense.
I was trying to figure out. No. It just goes out. All you hear are women screaming. Sting. The referee was Rob Van Dam's old manager.
Oh, what the fuck is it? What was his name?
Uh, he always had the whistle.
For some reason, I have a feeling we might have seen this match. Now that I...
Maybe, but I don't know. Oof.
Oh, I think the carpet, that's gonna do it. Oh,
I was reading when I was looking up like stuff like just like this match and stuff. Mick Foley still claims that this was his favorite match of his in his career.
oh, for real?
Yeah. Oof.
Oh, this thing got his stinging
Oof.
nuts.
Thing just got his nuts split. You know, the old ladies.
Yep, no padding. Oh, Jesus. And I'm skinny. I don't have that kind of padding. And I just like all these falls when I watch hardcore wrestling, I just dread like, oh my God, like that would just break bones.
All these old ladies sitting ringside. Oh,
Oh,
reps count. He's not even hitting the ground.
no, hell no.
I'm not slapping the concrete.
I tell you, you watch this, man. It's like
Jeez.
even people who say wrestling's fake, like fully, thoroughly trying to just tell you how shitty they think it is. Like you see these people just falling on fucking concrete. You think it's such a disservice to do that. Oh, look at that. Look at the dad. Did you watch the dad right there protecting his son? Look
Yeah,
at
that
him.
was funny.
He's so into it. He's so into it. He is so fucking into it.
This is how crowds should be. Not just sitting there and not doing anything.
Your mom would have done great in that front row. She would have been perfect
All
in
these
there.
all these people,
Oh,
all the security. Oh, get out of here, kid. Oof. Look at all these guys, man. They just stand up, just smile. They're loving it. Just for them to go out, and for them to come out into the crowd, like that was something never happened.
look at the
That late.
look at the lady counting. Ah! Oh, and you're in the ring. I don't believe it.
He's already lost a lot of face paint.
He's sweating, dude. He's on the concrete, dude. Every fall. Oh,
I guess not that.
A snapmare, man. That's been a thing back then. Oh. Oh. Oh, dude, come on. Oh, that was awesome.
The Woody in the back.
He just smiling and slapping him. He's fucking sadistic son of a bitch. That was
Oh,
fucking
going to the
tremendous.
outside. Oh,
Oh, oh.
that's how he lost his ear. Well, not here, but just in general. When Cactus Jack lost his ear, that was the exact move. He got his head stuck in the ropes.
Ay. Oh. Uh-oh.
Chair. Back shot. Oh, he's listening to it.
That's a like a heavy folding chair right there, bro.
It is.
I don't know what to do. I love that dude. He's like shoving his hands, like ripping his mouth apart.
Oh,
Oh, oh, bro. Oh, fuck.
all cameramen got knee pads.
Not all of them. Look at the other ones are very brave.
There's so many people around the ring that just have to like run out of the way. Oh, jeez. Oh,
Oh, jeez.
broke a rib there.
That was a crotch to mouth shot. Look how close people are, though. Like, so you imagine just sitting there, like as a kid, like in your mom's lap. Look at that little kid in mom's lap, and all of a sudden, fucking Sting just comes flying at you. It's like shit.
Oh,
Oh,
he's got to jump out.
try to.
Oh,
Oh, oh, oh, oh, oh, oh.
oh, oh, missed.
Oh, what the fuck, bro? This hurts. This just hurts
No
watching it.
wonder he can barely walk today. All right, let's go. Got to go somewhere.
Oh,
There we go.
isn't Mick Foley trying to come back?
Now,
Yeah.
I I don't know. I think I might have heard something. I hope not.
This is the worst folding chair ever because you got the legs sticking out on the other side. Oh, he's got a headshot.
Oh,
No headshot. Okay.
no. Oh, was.
Oh,
There's a gator hold out of there.
wow, bro.
Double arm DDT. That was one of my favorite moves.
The referee just got tired of the fucking chair finally. He's like, forget it. You guys are gonna hurt hurt yourselves with this. Oh, it was like a John
Oh,
Cena-esque clothesline.
look how far he wants to jump. Yeah. Wow, what a quick count.
Yeah, I thought it was two.
Well, apparently the Gulf Coast is a lot shorter than I thought.
Anywhere on the Gulf Coast. I like that it can end like that.
So quick.
So what are we talking about? 52. A 14-minute match.
Okay. But so much happened.
I mean, it's
See,
like
so
you see that
so
clothesline.
and
Go ahead.
neither of these matches has Sting won by the moves that we would think that he would win by.
Yeah, that he's known for.
Yeah, so he didn't start those till later, apparently.
Ah, man. Oh,
Yeah,
that was
that
another
was
one of.
just nice, quick, straight to the point.
And I love that so much. I love that so much because like, so what did he win by? He won by a clothesline. Granted, that's not like if somebody wins by a move, like you have to take into account the culmination of all the moves that you know they've done to each other throughout the match. But it's dude, first of all, there's nothing extravagant about it. It's fucking hard hitting. It's all just doing moves on concrete, you know? God damn, man. It's like when you see Cactus Jack climb climb the to the second rope while Sting is on the concrete on the ground. You're like, that's I mean, that's pretty fucking real. Like I don't know what to tell you. He's gonna fall. He's gonna hit something, you know. But I
Gear
enjoy
shit
this.
for the
It's
most
simple.
part. He doesn't hit anyone, he just hits the ground.
Psh, tremendous, tremendous. Now's the time if you need to use the restroom or whatever. Now's the time because we have come to the main event of the evening.
I thought you were gonna do it's time! It's time!
It's
It's
jobber
bathroom time!
time.
Time!
Oh, this is
It's
Sting
Vader.
versus Vader.
It's Vader time.
Stra- the strap-on match. uh, Vader was
Yes. There's another guy that had a long ass career too. At least considering.
Vader was, dude. So Vader was a badass. Just how he looked. He looked like he just fucking kicked the shit out of everybody. He looked like a brute. And that's what he was portrayed as. So anybody that like we watched Cactus Jack go against Vader in this era. That was pretty brutal. That's the one where Cactus Jack got power bombed onto concrete.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck, man. Sting and Vader would be an interesting match, that's for sure. And it's Super Brawl 3. What year is that? Season 93? So is you'll know better this than I do. Is Sting still the champ at this time?
That I don't know.
Okay,
I didn't see. I didn't want to see any of these matches before watching them with you.
So did Sting lose the championship between 1990, what we watched, and 92, the Beach Blast, or was he still the champion that whole time?
He must have, because I mean that was a different
Different belt.
champion. That was a different belt. So
Got
I would
it.
imagine it was that he lost it. I do remember reading. Vader had the championship because this is a very long feud as well, and this feud actually started in the electric chair match that we watched.
Yeah.
That was the first time that Sting and Vader were in the same match together, and that kind of sparked this feud. And they were going back and forth. Just with their feud, it was just going back and forth. Vader did have the championship, but he had most recently lost it to Ron Simmons, and that was when Ron Simmons became the first African American to win the heavyweight championship.
Gotcha. In WCW or just legal,
I
anywhere.
believe it was it might have been NWA, it might have been WCW. I'm not too sure. Like he did recently lose the title um, to Ron Simmons. So neither one has a title now.
Gotcha.
Yeah, this is another one too. Just instantly, I think of Sting and his matches, and I think of him and Vader. That was just, I mean, like we said, like Vader's just a beast. And it's just like every time, like Sting would be like the underdog going against, like David versus Goliath kind of feel to it. And yeah, so like this match, and it, they just had they went back and forth with like weird ass promos for this. Like Vader hailed from the White Castle of Fear, which was like this like castle. It was like this like I don't want to even call it a castle, but it was just like his. I don't know. I'm not sure what to try to figure out the right word to use. Um, it was almost like the Batman. Like Batman had a cave. And
Cave,
that's kind of
yeah.
like what like Vader had. It was like a cave in the side of a mountain. He invited Sting to come, and like they showed like Sting getting on a helicopter and they're like flying through, and then they get like into these mountain. Those are like these just big like theatrical promos that they were doing to set up this match, and it was just
Oh man.
very. I know that you'll enjoy them, but we're not gonna get into it too much now. But just
Gotcha.
the theatrical of it all, and you having a background in cinematography and stuff, I feel like you would really enjoy it.
I love the corniness of that. I love the
Yes,
corny. Like, wow.
and it
Which,
just
by
it
the
just
way,
like it just like fit.
did you hear CM Punk mention Jim Cornette's podcast on Raw yesterday or
Oh no, I
what
didn't catch
this
that.
week?
No,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But anyway, it's corny as hell. Dude, I love it. I love it. I mean, once again, this is still like still that era of um I mean, you like characters like Doink and stuff like that. It's still although WCW is probably earlier to Attitude than WWF in a sense.
because this is like now like the transitioning of wrestling into like Hollywood. Like you had Hogan going into movies, um, No Holds Barred. Um, what other movies was he in?
Suburban
Uh,
Commando.
yes, Suburban Commando. But anyway, so it's like and like so like that's like because if you see Sting, like he just looks like he just like he's just dressed up and just acting so over the top, and it's hilarious. But,
I love it, man. I love it. So would it be safe to say that we're gonna put? Uh, did you see those on YouTube?
no,
No.
the full promo, the only full promo that I could find, and you could just Google it, White Castle of Fear promo,
White
and the only
Castle
place I
of
could find the full promo was on Facebook. There was a Facebook post 4 years ago,
Okay.
and it has the entire like the pre-promo. But apparently they had
And
a bunch of promos going back and forth, like throughout the weeks leading up to.
we'll add the name on in the
Okay.
description below so you can Google it and just make yourself familiarize yourself with it. Oh man. So recently we watched Swerve, right? Strickland versus Adam Page, Hangman Page, the strap match where he hung him with the strap. I'm interested to see how Sting and Vader take this, for sure. And so yeah, if you wanna, this is your main event, man. You count us out. You set us up. You're looking for the promo.
Yeah, I was looking at the because if you look up Sting versus Vader, there is
Mhm.
a link to an article of like the entire like from start to finish there like this feud over the years of like what happened and stuff like that. And
Save the link. Save
it's-
the link and just send it to me, or you can put it up under our description. Save the link for that.
so we are going over to Super Brawl 3, 19. Well, no, just the Super Brawl 3, Season 3, Episode 1. 2 hours, 22 minutes. This is I just put strap match, but this is a lights out leather strap match between Sting and Vader. We got the Super Brawl, SUPER, BRAWL 3, Season 3, Episode 1, 2 hours, 22 minutes. This match is not sanctioned by WCW.
Okay. Okay. I need to get there myself personally. Remember when Stephen Colbert was doing segments about the Super Bowl, but nobody could say Super Bowl because that would be like a copyright violation. So he said, so they wrote Superb Owl.
Super Bowl. That's funny.
That was awesome. So 2 minutes
Oh,
20
okay.
seconds or 2 minutes 20 2
Two,
hours
2 hours, 22 minutes.
2 hours 22 minutes.
We don't
That's a
deal with
long
seconds.
pay-per-view this and 2 hours
Especially back in
22
that day. Yeah.
2
Back
hours
in the
50
early
minutes.
90s.
Huh?
This is, yeah. So you know this show is stacked. Probably like 30 matches. That's what they always felt about WCW. They knew how to do their pay-per-views.
Used to so this is just one more time while you're setting this up. It's Super Brawl 3, Season 3, Episode 1, 2 hours, 22 minutes. Sting versus Vader strap match. Um, I used to rent, especially when I was younger, I would go to Blockbuster and rent pay-per-views. So you have about 15 more seconds to get to it. I used to rent those like tapes of pay-per-views, and I always I was a little bit more happy when I saw a WCW pay-per-view than I was WWE or F at the time. I was always like, "Oh, they have a WCW pay-per-view. Awesome." You know? So, it was always a little bit more exciting. Hey, is that Stone Cold Steve Austin? No, it's not. Sorry, it just started playing. I was like, "Wait a fucking minute." But anyway,
Jesse
for the main
Ventura
event,
again.
I'm opening up a cold one.
Yeah.
Cheers, everybody. This is to Sting and his final retirement. Hopefully, he doesn't get any crazy ideas and try to come back. Thanks, Sting. Part 1, main event.
Super Brawl 3.
You count us down, baby.
Sting versus Vader. Lights out. Leather strap match. And we're going to start this match. In 3, 2, 1, play.
It's Barry Windham. Okay. Yep. So did Ric Flair just sneak in?
Show. I don't think you're in the right place. What you watching?
What am I watching? There's Vader.
Yeah. Wait, what?
I'm watching We got a little promo here starting. Oh,
I don't
you don't?
know.
Okay, well, maybe we'll count us out again because now I'm watching commercial again. Ah, bullshit. It's like a 50-minute or a minute long commercial, but what were you watching? Because that was Barry Windham and Ric Flair strapping a belt on him. Am I not on the right pay-per-view?
Oh, you might have been at 2 hours and 20 minutes then.
Oh, gotcha. I got
Oh
pulled
wait,
in.
we're gonna change the timestamp. We are gonna be
Yeah.
able to see it. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, I will tell you. But you're not too far from it though. We're gonna use seconds here.
Okay.
2 hours, 20 minutes, 45 seconds. I didn't realize. I'm glad I went back a little bit to see because there's a theatrical promo.
Yeah, but it's only for like a second.
I don't know. I just saw
Okay.
it. I didn't watch it.
Okay. It's only for a second, bro. It just flashes for a second. But let's just go with 2 hours, 20 minutes, 45 seconds. We're confusing people. Okay, so let's start that up again. It is so we have Super Brawl WCW Super Brawl 3 Season 3 Episode 1 2 hours 42 oh, I'm sorry, 2 hours 20 minutes and 45 seconds. And this is a Sting versus Vader strap match. 2 hours, 20 minutes, and 45 seconds. All right, man. If you want, you can count us down. Just to have a good time code for everybody.
Okay. Yeah. Just stick with the 22.
Just what?
Let's go with what we did.
2:20, 46?
No, the 222 because there's a whole interview with Mark Miro that we don't need to watch, so I'm not gonna worry about it. I thought it was longer, so never mind.
Okay,
I got
well,
excited. That's what
now
happens.
we're really confusing people. Okay.
It's just
All right. I'm
two
going to have to
hours and
cut this
22
out.
minutes flat. That's where our timestamp is, just like it's
Gotcha.
mentioned in the comments below.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm going to have to cut that out, but it's okay. Super Brawl 3, Season 3, Episode 1 on Peacock. 2 hours, 22 minutes. On the dot. Sting versus Vader strap match. Count us out, man. Whenever you are ready.
3, 2, 1.
Lights out leather strap match.
Oh, his favorite champion. Never mind. Almost got it wrong.
I mean, he is from the Rocky Mountains, so, it would make sense for him to be put into a mountain. Vader. Vader feels no pain. Not after
Makes
like
sense.
there's Stinger. All the cool people are from Venice Beach, California.
Only Alta. It's not too far from me.
Ding. Oh, there's a lot of sexual innuendos in wrestling, bro. And the strap match is not helping it.
Oh, there's the figure.
That's what you had.
Yep.
Once he changed it up to black and white and crow paint, did you paint it or you just left it like that?
By that time, he didn't have there was no more face paint on it. I'd left it. He was probably already destroyed by then.
Even the figures sweat the paint off.
Just from friction. Hard plastic against hard plastic. Plus, it became a dog chew toy a couple times.
Oh, jeez. You don't want to be strapped to Vader. Oh, shit. Look at the ref got smacked.
Like
Oh, shit.
Patrick. So the objective is to be able to go around and hit each uh, each of the four corners of the ring.
Say that again?
Your objective is their objective is to be able to. I don't know if their opponent has to be down or anything, but they eventually have to go around and hit each of the four turnbuckle corners.
Ho, 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 ho. It's intense. Yeah, man. You have always heard from like interviews that Vader was the stinkiest one. Like, yeah, just had bad BO. And that just adds more to Vader, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. It was like an elbow drop to the dick, man. What the hell? How's that legal? I should just hang him. Oh, should just hang him from all four corners, you know? Oh, oh, got him. Oh, yeah, Sting doing some fucking high flying shit. Splash, baby. Is he gonna choke him? Oh, I mean, Sting looks like he's a pretty big dude compared to Vader, you know? Oh,
oh, oh,
what's
leaving
happening?
somewhere. I don't know.
Oh, is that from the strap?
Must be. Damn.
Was he on like a blood thinner or some shit?
I don't know. Oh wow. Obviously. Must have been why he was out there for so long. I don't know. Damn. They're looking like a little bitch.
Oh, god damn, bro.
Oh man. Yeah, his back is bleeding.
Oh, I feel like I might be just slightly ahead of you. Damn, dude.
Staying strong.
Yeah. He's making Vader look like a little bitch. Oh, this got very real. Damn, Sting. Jeez. Jeez. Dude, I've never seen Vader bleed like that.
I never seen anybody bleed on the back like that. Man, I guess I have. But
Oh, this is just different type of people. You hear the ring? You hear the turnbuckles go?
you know,
Oh,
it's Sting's turn.
oh,
Here's your
oh,
receipt.
oh. This match is fucking great. Oh, holy shit! Does he have to go
See, this is a
outside to touch
Vader.
the post?
No, I don't think so. I think you just gotta drag your opponent like while they're like down or something. I don't know. Not really sure why it. You could just why it matters when you do it. Two.
Those are not
This is a
posts.
Vader that. This is a Vader that people that only saw him in WWE, you didn't see this Vader.
No, three. Oh, It'd be funny if Sting moved like way before, and as Vader was flying back, Sting just waved at him.
Oh, hell, the Vader mess, but he's the first one up. Vader's got to go over the rope so the rope doesn't
Yeah,
get
yeah.
in between the rope. That's funny. Smart of him to. Oh,
Well, at least he figured it out. Oh,
right.
I like how he took his time with it though too. He's
He's taking some pretty good bumps too.
like, jeez, that's a great main event choice. Oh,
I'll just go in chronological order.
damn man, that's a lot of blood for being slapped with a strap. Like, what the fuck?
High quality leather strap.
Oh shit.
3.
He can't take the other strap off.
Oh,
Did I just say how stupid Vader is? Oh, jeez. Jeez. Are you kidding me? Bro. Dude, that's some potatoes, bro. Oh. Oh. That's not looking good, man. Vader was gonna whip him, and then he's like, no, dude, we're tied to a strap. Sting's like, I'm not going anywhere. Oh. Nicely done.
oh,
Oh, suplex. DDT. Oh, oh, jeez. Dude, I think it's a little bit of a payback.
Oh,
Oh, got the referee. This is not good for Sting. Oh no.
oh, it does.
Whew. Oh, bro.
Cyril bent knees there.
It's a lot of blood, man, in this match. I was not expect. Look at his ear. Holy shit. Dude, he's bleeding like a fucking.
Come on, Ernie.
Ah. Just let go of the strap. Oh,
Oh, yeah,
nope. Oh, he got it?
yeah, counted it. Oh wow,
He's just rubbing it.
oh, Sting lost. Oh,
Oh, oh, jeez, jeez. Wow, bro.
well, it's done. It's done.
Holy shit.
Oh, good. I thought Sting would have won that. Huh.
Wow. What the fuck we just watch?
Brute force.
Woo. Wow. I don't know what to say. I was not expecting that much blood, but what a nice way to, bring the. What do we call this? Night one of Sting. Wow.
Our No matter. Yeah, night one.
Yeah.
Of our putting over the profile of Sting. Our second part will be in a couple different eras of his career. I know we got one more match on the next part. We're WCW. Then we'll venture over to TNA. No, actually, do we go WCW? No, we don't. This is the I didn't do any of the Monday Night Wars thing in this series. Could possibly squeeze one in. 'Cause I don't necessarily have them completely planned at this moment. There is a room that I can wiggle. So if we
You can
if we
wiggle.
want to do one, yeah.
Wiggle it just a little bit.
Um, but we got TNA, AEW, and we do have a WWE match for Sting.
Is it the buckle bump shit?
No,
Oh, because I was like, you're gonna make me fume. I'm
no,
gonna be
I wouldn't.
fuming.
I mean, I would enjoy it, but no.
Okay, well, I tell you what, it seems to me like we're getting more into like 3-part Sting putting over profile because
Well, no,
there's just a
not
lot missing.
necessarily. I mean, we can easily. I mean, it could easily be a big part. It's more so based on lengths of matches and stuff like that. So,
Gotcha.
I mean,
They
obviously
have a
the first
crow
two
Sting
are,
in there.
yeah. So I mean, if we can come up with a match with the Crow Sting, that'd be fine. I mean, I just didn't. I because it's like I don't really think about that time much. That's not a it's not an easy memory for me.
Gotcha.
You
Well,
know?
I tell you what, we'll be back for sure doing putting over profile Sting part 2 next week. Uh, I assume it's probably going to be Wednesday, but we'll figure it out. I mean, just yeah, it's I don't know, like in this conclusion here, I would like to say that none of these I didn't see a single one of these matches. So, very exciting. It was great to see the like, the kind of like the beginning, a little more towards the beginning of Sting and his gimmick and the face paint, all the American shit. You can tell that I mean every single one of these matches for me was pretty fucking awesome as far as storytelling goes. Like I knew exactly what was happening and I need things simple. It's not like Sting was just this high flyer, run around everywhere type of guy. And every single one of these matches, everybody took their time. So I just think that it's like there was tension throughout every single match, and it made sense to me, man. So I enjoyed every single one, especially the main event. And I didn't think that Sting and Vader were going to put up that kind of match, but and when Vader was punching Sting, you're like, I don't know how. Like that's really snug. That was really snug, and that really just elevates, how real it feels.
Right. Oh yeah.
What say you?
I say the same thing. No, it was I don't know. That was a good. That was a good round of matches.
Oh
Really,
hell yeah, man.
see, I know there's more. And there's like that's the thing. Like that was just one match from each feud, which consisted of many matches in each one. Like those are both long. Like those are all long feuds, and so yeah. So if anyone decides to, you like the match and you want to see more of them, like it's easy to find more Sting versus Flair, Sting versus Cactus Jack, Sting versus Vader. Back then, like those were the top guys at that time.
It was good shit, man. It was good shit. Like I couldn't help but think but compare it to what we watch now, and it's like, oh, when you have Vader going the second rope, it means something. When you have Sting going the third rope on top, it means something. It's like all
Also,
of those moves are,
I was hoping for Vader on the third rope. I mean, we almost got it. Well, we did get it actually, because he was
yeah,
up there until Sting pulled him down. But
pull them on the
there's
nuts.
nothing like there's nothing like a Vader moonsault off the top rope.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
not,
that's just
that's going to be the only move you're going to see like that in that match. I mean,
yeah, right, right.
it means something. That's what I mean by it.
Yeah,
It actually means something. And, it's like when you have people just flying everywhere, it just takes the weight of it down, nowadays. It's like athletes are so much better. But watching this, it's like you're watching a different type of wrestler. You're watching like these brutes, like these people who were not necessarily like, I mean, for Vader to do a moonsault is pretty fucking athletic, But still,
him just taking
it's
bumps. Just
different
him taking a
animal.
bump is athletic for him. Like he's a big guy.
Yeah, and the fact that he bled so much from his back because of the strap. Come on, man, that's fucking dope.
And then his ear.
That's dope. It's nothing like that to bring more realism. When you watch those potatoes, man, Sting returned them right back. They work snug. They worked really fucking snug. I was like, holy shit, this is beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful. Sorry, I don't want to get copyrighted.
Oh,
But that was
well,
part one
shit.
of our putting over the profile of Sting, his glorious career. This is only a small part, and we'll be back next week with a part two. And yeah, hopefully we have as much fun next week as we had this week.
Dude, I'm so looking forward to the part two.
Yeah, good. I'm glad. I'm happy for you.
Well, thank you for putting this together, man.
Yeah, no problem. I love doing that. I like doing that.
As do our jobbers. Our jobbers love it. So, thanks, man. Thanks, Sting,
You're welcome.
for almost 40 years of wrestling. Probably 40. You just say 40 because I'm sure he didn't just start. I'm sure he had some years that we didn't get to see. So, Sting has wrestled for as long as I've been on this earth.
Longer than we've been alive.
Yeah,
No way. Okay. Oh, almost. About the same
tremendous.
time.
Tremendous.
That's crazy. Yeah. Ugh. Oh,
The last question I have for you here is: do you still have that Sting, that toy with the arms up or arm up at this point?
No, if I do, I don't know where it is.
Okay.
I would.
Well,
I'd probably say no.
okay.
I
If you
don't.
do,
But there's a big possibility that I do. And if I do, it's probably with my box of Hasbro's, which is in the attic, and
and
I
has
don't know about
sisters,
everything. Like, no, I don't have any Has sisters.
has bros,
There's
and
no,
has sisters.
it's just Hasbro's. Maybe
Well,
there's
here's
Has
the thing.
Hoes.
Has hoes.
Anyway,
I would love if you can find it, if you get a chance. That would be an awesome picture to put up as the background for our video.
oh jeez, I doubt it. I can't. There's no way I'd be able to get up in the attic. So, but if we ever do, I will update the cover photo for the
Hell
video.
yeah. Hell yeah. Maybe we'll
So
just take a picture of it from the internet, but either
okay,
way,
maybe.
man,
No,
I think it would
take
have
a
been
photo.
awesome because if sorry,
Well, it
go
would have
ahead.
been. I mean, because like he only has the one arm, and then the other half arm is only up to his elbow, where it's bent. For his arm, the rest of his arm goes upwards. I know that he had a huge gash in his nose. Um, his butt was bare. He had no all the paint on his butt. All the paint on his butt came off. Um,
Oh, that sounds a little interesting.
yeah, he was mangled, man. He was hard plastic, so it's like I would have matches outside. And this was before we had a black. We had a our driveway was like all blacktop, so I'd be playing with him in like rocks and shit, and just like throwing him off the top of my swing set, and like yeah, just yeah. I was talk about
Oh.
potatoes, man.
He's taking many bumps.
But yes, if he ever does, if it ever comes up, even if it's not, I will still I will at least show you, and yeah.
Well, awesome, man. So I'm looking forward to night 2, part 2 of Sting. Thank you to Sting. I mean, what a fucking legend. And if he wasn't on my Mount Rushmore, I definitely feel like, especially after that Vader match, I might want to put him in and might want to remove somebody. So maybe we'll have a Mount Rushmore talk again sometime soon. But yeah, man, this is
Sounds good.
I don't know. You take us out, man. This is your baby. You made it. This is a great show.
Well, thank you everybody for coming, enjoying, watching along with us. Again, part two coming next week, and yeah. But until then, we are the Jobbers. I'm Big D. This is MJ. We'll be back next week. Be sure to check us out, jobbers.com. That's JAWBERS.com. We'll see you guys next time. Love you. Bye.